Ahoy and Comic Book Hunter, also known as just Hunter.
And I'm Tyler, but you could, I guess, call me Comic Boy.
You didn't say JD this time.
No, I didn't.
And welcome to a hero story of
I'm done
just two
lying.
people. Yeah, that's good
Yes.
for you. Good for you. X-Men really
Guys,
changed you.
I think the audience has to know that we are really the MVPs because it we stick through it. You know what? Those other two fucks, they don't show up, but we stick through because we actually like the things that we watch and we read. We didn't give up.
Hmm.
I still read comics. You still read
Yeah,
comics. We
I
still
do.
watch shit. We still talk about it. The other two, oh, they're too big for us now. They're too big for
Apparently. Yeah.
reading weekly comics. They're too big for watching X-Men 97. Fuck
Yeah.
them. That this is my secret coup. Fuck them. They're not watching it.
Fair enough. Yeah. Harper might join pretty soon.
Yes, that's true. He might pull through.
Yeah, but JD is a no-show. He's like, oh, you guys are talking X-Men, and he blocked both of us on social media, I
I
believe.
know. I thought
So
that was weird.
yeah, so I don't think he's gonna join
But
this week. But Harper,
did you see
yes.
the post credit scene in X Men '97?
Yeah.
You saw them pick up that picture of JD. So
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah,
This week on Your Story, we're talking all things X-Men 97. We're going to review the entire first season because it is now over, so we will be talking spoilers.
yes it is. Oh my
If you
god,
haven't
it is.
watched it already, what are you doing?
Come on. Yeah, like come
It
on.
is the best thing Marvel's put out in a minute. I'll say that
Yes.
much.
Yeah,
I mean,
best thing since Endgame.
No
Probably,
Way
yeah.
Home is also really
It might.
good.
I think this is probably better than No Way
It
Home.
might be. It might be. We'll get into it. We're also going to discuss comics that came out this week. I read a bunch of comics that I've just been catching up on in general, so I'll get to that. We have news revolving around a lot of Marvel TV news for the most part, but also we have a little bit of comic news and DC news and so on and so forth. But we'll get into it. Harper's going to be joining later, likely. So before he does, we'll just start with X-Men 97, getting right into it because he didn't watch it despite knowing a lot on it. He was joining
I just
discussions every week on it, but
Well, because I think he just saw like the Twitter reactions or whatever. But
yeah.
I think to anybody listening to this show, because I know that a lot of you are still holdovers from the time where it was just Hunter and JD and they knew shit about Marvel.
Yeah.
And the times have changed. And if you are not on X Men 97 and it's 2024, I just I don't have the words for it.
And keep in mind, you don't have to watch the original X-Men to
No,
enjoy
you
this.
don't. I never fucking did.
Yeah, I watched the Phoenix Saga from the original, and that was it. And that's like
Yeah.
season, I don't want to say what season it is because I don't know, but it's not the end of the show per
No,
se.
it's not.
So
There's a lot, and there's so much of the original X-Men show. There's like what this is season 7 or 6 or
six, I
something.
think. I
Yeah,
think it's
6.
six. Yeah.
5 whole seasons, and I don't care what anybody says. It does not hold up. Like the animation doesn't hold up.
No, it
The
doesn't.
characters still hold up, right? Like they're iconic and they look great. Like I say the animation doesn't hold up, but it's just different. It
Because it's
looks
90s.
great.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's dated. I
Hmm.
think Spider-Man still holds up. I think Batman animated series still holds up. I think Superman still holds up. I just
Well,
think that
for
X-Men,
Batman, at
I
least
don't
Bruce
know.
Timm has like a stylized look to it, so I think that
Yeah.
helps.
But you know what I mean? It's like I think other
Mhm.
shows of that era hold up better than X-Men original, 90s show does.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's arguably the most iconic of them all.
I'd say
Like it's at
Batman
least
is,
up there
but
with
yeah,
Batman. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Batman's better, duh.
Hmm.
But I
But X-Men
think,
97 might be better than
yeah.
Batman the Animated Series.
Oh God. Oh, you
Maybe,
just
maybe. The thing is, like, the animation is incredible in this. Like, the fight scenes
yeah,
are
it looks
actually
insane.
like they're fluid, they're intense, they make sense, and they're fun to watch. And it's like edgy your seat fight every episode except for maybe
Yeah.
episode 3. But because characters
Yeah.
die in this show, like there's no like plot armor doesn't really exist.
They
Like
yeah,
an
they took
X-Men
the gloves
dies.
off
Yeah.
with the Genosha episode where we were just like, oh, all of their lives are on the table, I guess, right?
Hmm.
Like, oh, they're not safe. They're actually genuinely like not safe.
Yep.
And so like
Here's
every fight
yeah.
after that, like the stakes are raised and you just feel like stories I have seen before in every form, right? Every version of X-Men has this moment where all the X-Men rally up and they go fucking fight Magneto because he went crazy, right?
Hmm.
Every X-Men story has that. That's the first X-Men story. but just to mash all of the books that I know and all the characters I know, all the moments, the looks, just everything. Like they took all of the X-Men's history in the comics and they're just like adapting it. Like they're just doing the thing. You know what I mean? They're just doing the thing. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah,
They're just doing the thing. They just read the comics and went, "Oh shit, let's do that." But let's move it around a little bit. They did the
basically,
thing.
basically,
Oh
yeah.
god, and it looked so good.
It worked. Yeah, it's an incredible show. And it's
Mhm.
comics that like I've only been an X-Men fan for about 2 years now, but I've read a decent amount. But I'm even pointing at my screen, recognizing things, and not just characters, but moments. It is taking.
Yeah.
It's not just like how like in Zack Snyder's like Batman v Superman, how Batman does a pose and it's like, oh, that's just like Dark Knight Returns right there. They're
Yeah.
actually doing like storylines and recreating panels where it actually is the
Yeah.
same as the actual comic, just in a different context.
Yeah.
Wolverine losing his adamantium is the exact same way as he does in the
It's
comics.
literally the exact same panel. It's pretty much the
It's
exact
just
same
moving.
context.
Yeah.
It's just yeah, it is just the suit he's wearing is different, like
Yeah.
it just
It's
it looked
really cool.
amazing. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's just to see like so I mean because we have been talking about it as it's been releasing, but I guess we
Mhm.
haven't really talked about the last couple of episodes, last 3, 4 episodes.
Yeah, it was a
Um
three-part finale.
Probably starting from that no, starting after that Captain America one. So yeah, like the 3-part finale we have not really gone back into.
No.
Um because the last 2 episodes, right? So what was I'm trying to remember now. Even though I'm talking about how much I loved it, I'm blanking on what happened last week. It
Well,
was
it's the whole plot of this last three is Bastion's created like a
yes.
program where people that hate mutants can volunteer for, and in doing
So
so,
it's
they get like cyber genetics in their
yeah.
blood.
So they basically are creating Omega Sentinels, which
Mhm.
are just people, people Sentinels, human being Sentinels, where it's just like, oh, these people in the comics. I think, and I think it was established here that most of them don't really know what's happening. Like they don't like some of them do it willingly, but a lot of them are just like people that are just either tricked or kidnapped or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
something I mean, obviously it's nefarious as fuck, but like they don't
Mhm.
even have regard for any of the people that are the weapons.
Yeah, because it's like, hey,
But
at one point in your life,
yeah.
you'll be as strong as Iron Man, kind of thing. You'll be able to fly and you'll
Yeah.
be able to fire off energy, but you're not in control. But we won't tell
And
you that.
so it's like it's actually becomes really scary when it becomes like, oh, any of the humans that we've known throughout this show could, I guess, potentially be Omega Sentinels because wasn't the journalist, she was the one that was
Mhm.
with Beast, right? She
Yeah.
was a fucking and so it's just like, oh my god, this is like now we can't trust anyone. Now we're like the X-Men and we're like, oh my god, we can't even trust the people we already knew.
Mhm.
They already blew us the fuck up, so it's like they literally can't trust anyone. Backs to the back is to the wall, and then like Magneto fucking goes crazy. He's done with it. He turns off all the lights, and that's what's it called? That's Fatal Attractions, I think, in the comics, right?
Yeah.
That's what the story is.
Mhm.
So again, just going into that and being like, oh no, I know what happens here. You
Yeah.
know, I know that I know what this leads to. I know what this looks like, but I've never seen it in motion before.
Yeah.
It it's just so cool.
And yeah, we get most of the last two episodes take place on like a space station comet that's heading towards
Yeah,
Earth.
Asteroid M.
Yeah, and it's gonna hit Earth and wipe out human existence. Hank or Beast always
He's
compares it
gonna
to
do
the
the Ultron thing.
dinosaurs. Yeah. Yeah, it's
It's
Ultron's
literally
plan in
Ultron. I
Age
was
of
what I was
Ultron.
thinking. I
Yeah.
was like, he's just doing Ultron's plan.
He is, yeah. But it's like Bastion's on the actual meteor, and we get a lot of like one-on-ones for like Nightcrawler versus Bastion. We get Jean versus
Yeah.
Bastion and stuff like that. And they're so
Jeez.
cool.
They're
Nightcrawler's
so
just
cool,
teleporting every second, and oh, it's so
especially
good.
knowing like, okay, so again, we talk about how none of the characters feel safe, and we have the history of the comics to know that they are drawing from. So we get Nightcrawler versus Bastion, which happens in
Uh
X-Men Second Coming,
ye-
and it
yeah, yeah, it
kills
is.
it
Yeah.
kills Kurt in the comics. Nightcrawler dies.
He
Bastion
teleports
kills him.
into Bastion's arm.
Yes, he teleports and Bastion's arm was there. Yeah, he just teleports and that's it. Kurt's
Mhm,
dead. And so just knowing that, especially winged Bastion, who is the version of Bastion in that story as well,
mhm.
I was just like, oh no,
Yeah,
don't
I
kill
was nervous
Kurt.
too.
You know what I mean? Don't kill Kurt. And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, don't kill Scott. Oh, don't kill Gene. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like it's actually tense. It actually feels like shit is gonna happen. I never for a second in Spider-Man No Way Home thought that any of those Spider-Man were dead. None of them were
Yeah.
gonna die. I thought none of those characters were gonna die. They're not gonna kill
That's a good
MJ. They're
point.
not gonna kill Ned, you
That's a good
know?
point. Yeah.
But and in this, it's just like, oh my god, they could kill Cyclops. They could kill
They could if they
Wolverine.
wanted to.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And they could make it work in some way. Where I'm just like, oh
Because
shit.
I mean, yeah, we're already this far into it, and this happened like a month and a half ago our time. But Gambit, who's a
Yeah.
fan favorite and
But
is
Gambit's one
great
of
in
the
this show.
most popular X-Men. Yeah.
Yeah, and he does die, and he
He was
doesn't
gonna get a
come
movie.
back. Yeah, he does not come
Yeah,
back at
he's
all.
not
So he's
coming
just
back. At
dead,
least he
dead.
hasn't come back. I mean, I think we have our tease now on how he will come back, which I guess we can get into more. Did you? There was a post-credit scene. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh yeah, 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 I did. Yeah,
Okay, so yeah. So there's teases on how they could bring Gambit back and stuff, but you know, he is dead for this season and his death matters and his death changes like Rogue. So we see Rogue's evolution
Mhm.
from it's kind of like back so in the comics she starts as a villain and then she becomes like an
Yeah.
X-Men, you know. She debuts in Avengers Annual number 10 or something. She's a bad guy.
It's backwards now. Yeah.
And no, yeah, and so I like doing it backwards where it's like, okay, we know Rogue the hero, but Rogue has this in her, so maybe she's going to side with Magneto. She already sort of has feelings for him, you know, like
Mhm.
it's interesting. And then the same with
And
Roberto, where
yeah,
Sunspot has a similar thing where he's like, the humans are not going to trust us. They're not going to love us. They're not going to do
he
anything,
doesn't
you know?
he doesn't believe in the mutants. Yeah,
Yeah.
even though he is one. But
Yes.
it makes a good conflict of this team that is all on the same side, but they're all so divided with each other. And Gambit's death just adds on to that. And
Yeah.
Magneto dies for a little bit too, but that adds on to it. He does come back, but because comics. But
Yeah. I think Magneto's kind of like the linchpin to hold this whole thing, right? Where
Mhm.
it's it's kind of in a way, I mean, every X-Men story, like because Magneto, what is it? He's nothing in the original issue. It's just a cool design, right? And eventually they start fleshing out this character where you're like, oh, wait a minute. Like this guy is kind of the whole thing about the X-Men. Like the X-Men are kind of all about this guy
Yeah.
because he is a mutant and he's been through so much. Like he represents that mutant struggle where he's
Mhm.
like, he's been through so much and he's seen it before. And like, oh my God, how are we going to live in this world that hates every version of us? And so this show is just like again tapping into that stuff where it's like it's real, it matters, it's relevant, and this is maybe how someone like this would react. And you know, not making because it could have been so easy for after Genosha, okay, humans are the bad guy, Magneto's absolved. No,
Yeah.
he's not. He's also a crazy guy. So he's going to turn off all the powers in the world. You know, as much
Yeah.
as he is a person who is persecuted, he's also like a bully, you know?
Yeah.
And it's
That's
just
a good
it's
point.
the characters are so good in that way where it's just like, okay, well, Magneto's not just magically good because he's been abused by the bad guy. He's also fucking crazy, and you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and he loses himself to it. It's magnificent, dude.
I
It is
mean,
so good.
this whole show has three villains per se. You have Bastion,
Yeah.
who's the main villain. You got Mr. Sinister, and you got Magneto. But Magneto
Yeah.
isn't a villain. He's in the middle.
He's
He's like
he could
directly
be
neutral.
he might even be like, if you go through it, he could be like the protagonist of the show. You could argue this show's about Magneto in a way.
Yeah, yeah, actually. Yeah.
You know
I
what I mean?
mean, yeah, there's like four episodes that he doesn't appear in, but when he comes back, yeah, it's all about him. And
Yeah.
before he's in, it's all about him per se.
Yeah.
But yeah, geez, he's like the best character in this show, maybe.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
all the
and because he's
characters are
just,
good.
yeah, he's excellent. And yeah, okay. I wanted to ask you this question: did you think that Scott's suit going back to the '80s was a downgrade? The '70s, at least, was a
Oh,
downgrade.
no, I love that. That's my favorite suit for Scott.
This your favorite Cyclops
That's my
design?
favorite Cyclops design
Really?
ever.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Oh,
The pirate
well,
boots and everything.
well,
Wow.
I'd say Krakoa is, but it's the same idea with like the hood or the
The
cowl, I
condom, you
guess.
mean, is what
Yeah,
people call it.
yeah, I
Uh,
like it.
you like it. I guess I never really realized how similar it is to the '90s one, where they just put pouches on him
For
and
Krakoa?
took the hair out. No, no, no. For the original one,
Oh
this
yeah,
one,
it is very
it
close.
is
Yeah,
the same one. It's literally like the same suit. It's they got the underwear. I never
yeah,
realized that.
yeah. It basically
Um,
is the same.
Yeah, they just put pouches on him.
I think he
But
looks older in that way, which is why like the current
yeah.
comics when I was going back to his hair being on, he looks too young to me.
I don't like that new design. The more I look at that Stegman design, I'm just like, oh no. Like,
Basically,
can
he
we
has
go
like a
back?
big T on his chest.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
This whole the whole fall of X into this new thing. I don't know about you, but the more that comes out, the less I'm like it, the less I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read it for now. That
I
is.
honestly don't want to read it. Like, I know I don't have to, but I will, but I don't want to.
It just seems we're going backwards. Krakoa was a good
Yeah,
step
like
forward.
man.
Like I want
Especially
X-Men 97 because they're doing a season 2 and a season 3. I
yeah.
want them to get to Krakoa because
So
that just seems like the end game.
what do you think we're gonna do next? So this season ends, all the characters are scattered throughout different points in time,
Mhm.
and
Age of
there
Apocalypse.
yeah, oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what they're doing.
Um hmm Oh yes, I guess that is yeah, because Apocalypse picks up Gambit's card in Genosha.
Mhm.
So we're going to bring back Gambit as Apocalypse, like as a horseman of the apocalypse, right? As
Yeah,
probably
because
death.
the meteorite that's heading to Earth, do Ultron's plan, vanishes, but it
Yeah.
scatters the X-Men across time. Cyclops and Jean, I think, are the only ones that went to the future.
Yes, they went to the future and they're growing so they are growing up alongside Cable as he grows up when he was sent into the future.
Yeah.
So they are Cable's a teenager at that point,
Yeah.
and he's just a kid in this clan. The Ashaki, I don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
But it is from the comics. It is where he was raised in the comics as well. And so he's with his parents. And I guess that's nice. Good. That's cool.
Yeah, that's all right.
And then all of the rest of them are thrown back into ancient Egypt, and they
Most
meet a
of the rest of
young.
them. Not all.
It's pretty much everyone except for Scott and Jean.
Well, we don't know where Morph and Logan landed.
Oh, that's true. I guess I thought I saw them there
They
and
were. I
remembering seeing them
rewind
there.
because I'm like,
Okay.
where are they?
Oh man. Oh man. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
We
We
will.
don't see where they ended up.
That's so interesting. You've seen what the director, the creator of the show said
About
Morph
you got to be
and
way more
Logan
specific.
about Morph and Logan.
Oh, how Morph was like confessing his love to Logan.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's so interesting that Morph. I guess I never really realized that they are stuck there together. So in
Well,
this
they
episode,
were
real quick,
side by side when the whole thing
yeah, in this episode, Morph, Logan he's got all of
unconscious.
the adamantium ripped out of his body, so he's in a little bit of pain, and Morph is next to him, and Morph transforms into Jean Grey and says, like, Logan, I love you. You can carry through this, and everyone's like, oh, is it Morph confessing their feelings for Logan? It's
Mhm.
it's very very unsubtle, you know,
I don't think
and
they'll
they've
do
done and
anything
they've
with it, but
but that is interesting that
it
they've
is.
done
Yeah.
it. And I don't care. I'm not against it. I don't know
Mhm.
what Wolverine's going to react how,
Yeah.
but
I
it'll
don't
be
think he'll
interesting.
care either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with the adamantium
Yeah.
out, I feel like it got to his head a bit too. I think when Logan wakes up, he's gonna be like Savage Wolverine. Like he's gonna go
Yeah.
crazy, and
Yeah. Oh God, I hate that. I know it's a
I
thing that
it's a
happened. I hate
thing.
it.
Yeah. I
In the
think it's okay for
90s,
like an
when
episode.
what they actually did with him in the comics, where they got rid of his nose and they put a modern Raphael bandana on his head,
Oh yeah, no,
and
I don't think they'll
and
do that.
fingerless gloves with bone claws. It's the worst. I hate it.
I
I
don't think they're
actually
gonna do
hate it.
that. I
But
think they
that
will do
is
like
what
the whole
happened.
yes.
That is what happened when they ripped all of the adamantium out of him.
I can just
That's when they
imagine him
invented the
in
bone claws.
I just imagine him in like a snowy forest just going crazy.
Yeah.
That's where
Hopefully
I
it's that. I hope it's not the other
Weapon
one.
X kind of thing. Like in
Yeah.
the
God.
live I don't know the comic name, but the live action Age of Apocalypse where he just has like the like helmet monitor on and wires everywhere and just goes crazy.
Oh yeah, the Weapon X. That's what the
Yeah.
book's called.
Yeah, I want oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
what I
read that
want to see.
yesterday. I read that yesterday.
It's not bad.
Um, it's amazing. But anyway, back to everyone else is thrown into Egypt,
Yeah.
and they meet a young Ensabah Nur who is Apocalypse, and he will grow into being Apocalypse. So I don't know really know what that means. Like I know what that means, obviously. Like, oh, we're gonna do Apocalypse timeline shit, but like I don't really. I'm just interested in it all because I'm interested in how they get back to the present day. I'm interested in what kind of ragtag team they're going to build in the present day of
Yeah,
the show with the X-Men they have back, because like on the map that Forge has, so obviously it's Forge, Bishop, they're together, and then on they have like a a bunch of pictures on a wall
it's
of
like the
people that are missing
Days
or
of
not.
Futures Past
Yeah, and Kitty
poster.
is there, Colossus is there, they're all accounted for, Iceman is accounted for. So they're gonna build some weirdo X-Men team, I think,
Yeah,
in the present day of season 2, and then we have our original characters in the scattered throughout time.
mostly the
I'm
past. Yeah,
very curious to see what this next season ends up looking like.
I
Because
just
like,
want Colossus.
is this the type of show where it's like the whole season is stuck in these timelines and until the last episode where they get back?
Mm,
Is it that kind of show? Do we take our time like that? Because I really just want to get into the meat and potatoes of this shit. I think they're gonna do Onslaught, and I really want
okay.
to see it
Yeah,
because uh Charles Charles does shut down Magneto's mind in this, right?
yeah, he does.
Yeah, and in the comics when that happened, um they said, and I thought, listen, I know that nobody likes Onslaught, and I'm the only person in the planet, especially my age, that cares about Onslaught. So I just think it was a cool idea when that Fatal Attractions happens in the comics. Charles wipes Magneto's mind, but some part of Magneto is stuck in the mind of Charles Xavier, and it
Mm,
basically makes Charles Xavier go Dark Phoenix. That's what it's described as, right? And that is Onslaught.
yeah,
Onslaught
yeah.
is the Dark Phoenix of Charles Xavier. And I just think that that's such a sick idea. I just think that's
It is
fucking
good.
awesome,
Yeah, it is good.
right? And
Mhm.
it gets to the point where it's the biggest threat in the universe, and the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man and Daredevil, the entire Marvel universe has to fight it. I
Yeah,
think that's sick.
it
I
is.
think just do that and do it good. And I just think because we've already established a universe, you know, we could even tie in some other shit, because I was thinking about how in Onslaught it ends with the universe getting new 52, let's say, right? Or a bunch like the Avengers and the Fantastic Four get rebooted. I'm wondering if you do something like that in this show, but instead you kind of do like a No More Mutants thing.
Oh, I don't.
I'm
Hmm.
thinking so far ahead, this is not going to happen. They're not going to
Because
do this. But I want
that
to
would
know.
be good.
I think they're going to do that. I think all of these moments we know, I think we're going to get.
That'd be so good if they do No More Mutants. Because they
Imagine that's.
could.
I know we're thinking too far in advance,
You got to
but
really
imagine
focus
the
on
end of the
Wanda
next
then.
season is like No More Mutants, and it's that, and then season 3 is like the all the Scott stuff.
We've seen like 3 teases to the Scarlet Witch too.
Yes,
So
she's animated in this episode because Magneto sees her, and he thinks
yeah,
about Rogue more than his actual children.
yeah.
Which
And
again, we've never purported him to be a good guy.
Forge's
Um,
chart of the X-Men. Scarlet Witch is on there, but it says
yeah,
she's off-world.
yes. Which I mean, I'm sure if we go back to
Avengers.
those X-Men shows or something, like
Oh
we'll
yeah,
know.
that could
But
be something.
yeah,
Because
I
yeah,
guess you're right. She could be with the Avengers or something. Yeah.
well, most of the Avengers are on Earth though, because we do get so many cameos in this
Yes, we
episode
do.
specifically. Daredevil, Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Cloak and Dagger, the
Doctor
Alpha Flight.
Strange.
Yep, Doctor Strange. Alpha Flight, which is the first time I've ever seen them in anything.
Yeah, the
We
first time
saw
we've ever seen them in
both
motion outside of a
those
comic
North
book.
Stars. We see Puck.
Puck.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Puck. It's Puck.
yeah, we see him stand there, and that's it. But
Yeah.
still, I've been
Psylocke
excited.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, so we've established a Marvel animated universe. We have reestablished it. Every character exists. We saw Black Panther, even though it's T'Chaka for some reason and not T'Challa. Whatever.
apparently T'Challa
Um,
is in one of the '90s shows too, so that's people
yeah,
were
I
confused
don't know.
about that.
Yeah, weird. But the whole universe exists. We have everything. We have every Marvel character here. Morph even turns into Mr. Fantastic at a point.
Yeah, so they exist.
So
Yeah,
I just want to see all of it happen. I know I've been so annoyed about how like, oh, the MCU is never going to get to do this stuff. If they could just do it here, I will not care. I
yeah,
want to just, you know what I mean? I just want to see a version of the Marvel universe that's all just one fucking thing.
yeah.
And I think they could do that here. I think oh my
Establish
god,
the others.
it
I
is
don't know.
just
I feel like I don't know if we'll get Spider-Man again though. like a Spider-Man
I don't,
animated
but like,
series.
I don't even know if I need Spider-Man animated series, Spider-Man 99 or whatever it would be called. But I think you do X-Men show and you just make it, I mean, because we've already, it's so wide, everything is so universal, the threats and
Yeah.
whatnot. Just do stories that also have those characters. Do like, imagine if they did Avengers versus X-Men
Yeah, I think they
and they
they
did it
should.
good. You know what I
They
mean?
should do an Avengers show, honestly. The reason why I say no Spider-Man is because we're getting Spider-Man freshman year. I don't know if it's called that
Yeah.
anymore, but we're getting like a new animated Spider-Man series. I don't
Yeah.
think they want to produce two at the same time.
No.
So do Avengers, honestly.
Do
Do
Avengers. Well, they never did Avengers as well.
yeah,
So
so now they can though. I mean, you
yeah.
established that Captain America and Iron Man, they're working together here.
Yeah, I
So
want to see them hang out. I'm like, oh, I like these two. I know
yeah,
these guys. I
yeah.
actually do know these guys. Like,
So just do
that's the
that.
90s animated series Iron Man, you know?
Yeah, just
So
continue with that,
yeah,
honestly.
just do
Like
more.
you
Just
may
do
as
more.
well.
Yeah, I will watch it. I will
Yeah.
watch it. Do more.
It's just it's fun. It's a good show and
Yeah.
yeah.
And just Marvel content that isn't about the ironically, even though we just said we want an Avengers show, Marvel content that is not about the Avengers or the Guardians of the Galaxy or fucking Spider-Man, and it's incredible. You know
Which
what
is
I mean?
nice because Marvel for the past 10 years or so
Yeah.
have been trying to get rid of the X-Men. So
Yes, exactly. And so it's just like, no, you, why would you even try? Why did you try? I was a
yeah.
Marvel fan during that time,
Yeah.
and it was brutal because I wanted to get into X-Men because I'm like, oh, I'm getting into comic books now. And there's nothing worth reading because they're
Yeah.
trying to get me to like Black Bolt. And I'm like, I already like Black Bolt. All right. You don't got to
Yeah,
replace
he's a
Cyclops with
good
Black Bolt.
character, but
You know what
yeah.
I mean? You don't
And
have to
they
replace
tried so
Cyclops.
hard. It was because oh Disney didn't own it, so we're not it's never gonna be in the
Yes,
Marvel universe.
it was
So
Ike Perlmutter, the CEO of Marvel, who like put a ban on it for
yeah,
like for no reason.
for
Like
like
that was
10
also the
years
reason
too.
why for some reason you just couldn't get like an X-Men shirt even or an
Yeah.
X-Men or a Fantastic Four shirt. It was like it was the most ridiculous thing gatekeeping his own characters that he could make money on.
Fantastic Four didn't even have a comic book series for like 7 years or something
Yeah,
like
that
that.
Secret Wars effectively writes them out of the universe. You know what
And
I
they
mean?
were
So
like
it's
the
like,
main part of Secret
yes,
Wars.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but even like Marvel versus Capcom, which is a huge fighting game with a
Yes.
ton of
Built
X-Men in
off
it.
the back of the X-Men,
Yeah, and they
especially
made
during the 90s era.
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity
Infinite, yeah,
or
it's
yeah.
fucking
There's not a
Carol
single mutant,
Danvers
not
and
a
Thanos. And I'm
yeah,
just like, no,
not a
no,
single
I want
mutant in that
Cyclops.
game.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good that now they have an animated series that everybody likes. No one
Yes,
hates this.
and everyone can like, especially because it's open. I
Mhm.
think again, you don't have to watch the original series. You don't even have to have known the comic books. Really, I don't think there's a
Yeah.
lot of concepts and shit, but it's
Mhm.
never like too broad to understand. It is an animated show on Disney Plus, after all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not. Yeah.
You
So
will like you don't need to know the X-Men to love this. I watched it with my partner. She bought a Rogue shirt after watching it all. Like she's a fan now. And it, like you oh, that's 97. That's new.
yeah.
I didn't
Motherfucker
realize
looks
that
good.
was
Yeah,
97. Yeah, you have a
there it
97
is.
shirt. Like this is
I mean,
it's
I got
good.
the '97 figures. Yeah.
It are those actually like 97 figures?
Well,
Well, besides Colossus.
Jesus Christ, Cyclops, Jean, and this guy
Oh
Nightcrawler.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it is. But it's good and it's great. And the only people hating on it are the people that hate on everything that Marvel puts
Yeah,
out.
if you're gonna listen to like the opinion of like Ethan Van Sciver, I don't know what his opinion is. I'm sure he hates
He
the show
probably
though.
hates it.
I'm just
Yeah.
yeah, but if that's the type of opinion you value, I don't even know why you're listening to us. You know, it's like
Yeah, exactly. Because
so
we're not about that.
yeah, so just watch the show because people that are saying it's bad because of that are dumb and and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JD hates everything and he hasn't watched this, but I think he would like this.
I think
Like I
there's no
actually
way
think
he
he likes
wouldn't
it.
like it.
Yeah. He's
Harper
just
would like
not an
it.
X-Men fan, but
Yeah.
this could make
I have tried to put on everyone in my actual life, people at work, my dad, everyone. I'm just like, dude, just please just watch X-Men 97. Please, like, I just need to be able to talk about it with a normal
Mhm.
human, you know, in my normal life.
My
Oh
my
God, it's
dad's a
so
big
good.
superhero fan. He doesn't read comics anymore, but I texted him. I'm just like, go on Disney Plus, watch X-Men 97, and hours go by, he doesn't say anything, and then he texts me, "Oh my God, Gambit just died." So
Oh
he was
no.
binging it, and I'm like, "Yes, I
Damn.
know it's good." Like,
Yeah. Oh,
so
that's
yeah,
good stuff.
people love it. People love this stuff. I guess
Yeah.
that's it. But yeah, I give this. I honestly give this like a 10 out of 10. I
10
no
out of 10.
flaws.
Yeah. Why not? Just it's a
Yeah,
full on really good show.
personally, I don't care about the Shi'ar. So there's one episode where they
Ooh,
focus a little
hot
bit on them.
take.
Oh yeah, yeah, everyone's
Hot
favorite
take.
group.
Yeah.
There's one episode they focus a little bit on that, which I understand because you gotta get Professor X back in. But that's the only part that I was ever like, okay, let's go. Like, let's move on. Everything else was just
Mhm.
intense because right
Yeah.
after that, it cuts to like Rogue beating up the military. So
Yes. And fucking over Captain America. Yeah.
yeah, General Ross. So it's fine in the end.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was just about to say, do you think next season, real quick, is going to have any? Do you think we expand on other X-Men teams? Do you think we form a New Mutants? Do you think we get an X Factor?
well, we have I can see like Jubilee and Bobby kind of working on a New Mutants in a way when they're
Mm,
back.
yeah. Oh,
But
yeah, that
yeah,
would be cool. But I think, yeah, I guess I didn't think that because he's also back in ancient Egypt, right?
oh yeah, he
Sunspot.
is. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
the fact that the main cast are scattered about time, I think this is a chance to
yeah.
get New Mutants and X Factor and
Yeah,
maybe
especially
not
X
X
Factor
Force,
exists.
but
We saw a picture of him.
I would
So,
love if they do X Force one day and they like hide it from some of the X-Men.
dude, an X Force would be. Oh, oh yes, that would be cool. But I was just thinking, you mean just do an X Force and they just show up, and I'm just like, oh my god, Cable and Deadpool and Domino, and like
In like the
it's just the
black
most.
suits, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, what is going on? It'd be the funniest thing ever. It'd be so ridiculous, but I would love it.
I saw they said every Marvel character could be used in X-Men 97 except for Deadpool.
Oh,
I don't know why. I read
that's
that the other
weird.
day,
That it. Oh,
but maybe that's something to do with
I
the
feel like
MCU.
I feel like Deadpool would be on. He's a. Okay, that's weird. Whatever.
Yeah, maybe season 2. But like 2000s X-Force, it's a team of mutants that kill people.
Oh, you
And
mean like
because of
with
that,
Laura
yeah,
and all
because
that?
of
Yeah,
that, they hide it. It's like a secret team. And in Second Coming, where
Second Coming.
Nightcrawler dies, right before Nightcrawler dies, he learns about it. He's like, "What the hell?"
But he learns about it in the most like, okay, there's supposed to be like a Black Ops team, like, under the radar. But Nightcrawler just like walks around the edge of a car and sees X-23 stab a guy in the head. And it's just like, what is that? What is that? And then Scott's just like, all right, okay, so don't freak out. But like, but it's like you can have revealed
Basically.
it in a more like cinematic way. It was just that's literally what happened. She
Yeah,
just slipped
on
up.
the bridge. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
and then Nightcrawler dies like 10 pages later.
Yeah. And Scott's just like, oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
Phew.
basically.
Yeah.
Because Scott's just like, okay, this is X-Force. They kill people, but bad
Yeah.
people and
That
undermine.
would be
Yeah.
crazy if Scott in this show formed an X Force against like certain humans.
Yeah. Because like you said,
Oh
it
my
is like
god.
it is a stealth-based team where you have sneaky characters like Wolverine, who was trained in
Yeah.
Japan to be a ninja, but also Cable, who's a big guy, but he kills people, and Domino, and
He's
so
got a lot of guns.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a cool team, and I would love if they could bring it in. Psylocke,
Yeah.
she's also on the team, but
That would
yeah,
be
and get
crazy.
like the black and gray suits too with the red eyes.
I do like
'Cause,
those suits.
yeah, they're really good. So, yeah,
Damn.
okay. We have actual news this week. So talking about the hype of all that X-Men stuff. Now we're gonna talk about Agatha.
Oh, our favorite show. Our
Yeah.
favorite show.
Wow, good job marketing, Marvel. Marvel came out and went like, "Oh, we changed the name of Agatha because really it's Agatha all along."
I don't
Right.
care.
Cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't care.
it's supposed to be witchy. It comes
Oh,
out in
really? Who would
October,
think?
which is, that's
Oh,
kind of cool.
I
Uh,
guess.
yeah, I mean, it's supposed to the second last episode is a week before Halloween, and then apparently they're gonna do like a special called like Witches Harvest or something like that that'll come out on the day of Halloween to be like a finale, but also focus on the witches of Marvel.
Interesting. The
Yeah.
Witches of Marvel.
Probably not Scarlet Witch, but probably a lot of characters that they established in Agatha. So I don't know. This is gonna have JD moving and grooving. because
What if it's great? What if it's actually like? What if we watch it and it's better than X Men '97?
I wish JD was here for this because Patty Lupin, who plays an unknown role in Agatha All Along, was doing an interview at Disney's press conference that they had the other day, which is where they announced this. And she said that Agatha All Along is a musical.
Uh, Oh, wait a minute. Like the entire show?
Maybe like a song per episode. She just says it's a musical. So
Oh, we really. I don't know about you. I feel like Oppenheimer for streaming Agatha All Along back in 2021 at all. You know what I mean? This
yeah,
song when it
yeah,
came out. Remember when we were just like, "Dude, that's so funny."
yep,
No, that is
yeah,
that is a canon event. Now I'm just like,
yeah.
oh, why did we do that?
But it's
This
like
we've reaped what we sow.
they made a spin-off show about off of a theme song essentially
Yeah,
of a show that's gonna be 4 years old. It is 4 years old,
yeah.
actually. It is 4 years old.
Jesus Christ, no, it's 3 years old. Wonder Vision, Wonder Vision, WandaVision is 3 years old. 2021.
Oh, I thought it was 2020 for some reason. Okay. Point is, um,
Still old. Still too old.
within that time, we've had a Sonic sequel and a Sonic TV show spinoff, and Sonic 3 is
Mhm.
going to come out
And
around
we've
the
had
same
an
time as
entire
this.
season of X Men '97.
We've had Dune 1 and 2.
Dune. Yep. Jesus
So,
Christ. Yeah, we had Dune 1 and 2.
and so it's like kind of weird that you're doing the spinoff of a single
This is
season
the issue,
show.
though. I mean, this is the larger issue, though. I mean, like, think about Sam Wilson is going to show up in Captain America next year, and it's going to have been four
Yeah.
years since we last saw him.
Yeah. It's hard
This
with
is,
these wait times. Imagine if Breaking Bad came out. They did one season, then decided, okay, one season's enough. We're gonna stop. And then 3 years later, Better Call Saul came out.
yeah.
Like
And it's
you're
just like,
waiting too
oh,
long.
are we going to, yeah. Yeah.
So
It's weird. It's very weird. I
at
know we
this,
talk about it literally every week, but it
yeah,
is
we do.
weird.
At this conference, Marvel went on to say we are still committed to doing 2 TV shows and 2 movies every single year. Maybe 3 at times, but we're not gonna go over 3. So I don't think we're seeing Moon Knight ever again at this
Yeah, no, we're
point.
never going to see Moon Knight or She Hulk again.
Yeah, because they talked about Daredevil. Daredevil Born Again is going to come out March next year. Originally it was 18 episodes and it
Yeah.
was not connected to the Netflix movie or Netflix shows at all. Now it's going to be 9 episodes and it's heavily just like season 4 of Netflix
Mhm.
Daredevil,
Awesome.
which maybe is good. It means less filler. However, they apparently still filmed 18 episodes, so it looks like they're doing a like season 1 and 2 they're filming back to back, so then season 2 could come out sooner rather than later.
They still filmed 18 episodes.
That's what a lot of people are saying over on
But are they
Leaks and
going to do
whatnot.
a net? There. I mean, I guess they would do a Daredevil season 2, season 5, or whatever. But that's
Apparently that
crazy.
they just want to start with 9 episodes and then do like 9 more
I
in a
think
year.
I'm excited, especially after again X Men '97. I know that we like the binge model became so popular, but it is really nice one episode a week and you talk about it
Yeah,
until it
don't
ends.
release it all at once.
Yeah, I'm happy that we're over that.
Mhm.
Imagine because we never Daredevil was always released like that.
Yeah,
So once a week we get to actually talk about this show and like dissect
exactly.
it every
Yeah.
week. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be like an actual TV show. Who would have
Yeah,
thought?
please do that because look,
Yeah.
I loved Fallout, but I finished the show and I'm like, hey, and I look online and no one's talking about it anymore because I took a week to watch it all.
Yeah, me too. I finished it like last week or so,
Mhm.
and it's already way too late. I
Yeah,
was just
no
like, oh,
one's talking about it anymore. But if it came out
yeah,
weekly, we'd be on like episode 5 right now.
yeah, yeah,
So, I mean, release it weekly, please.
yeah.
Agatha is going to be weekly. It's going to start with 2 episodes and then release weekly. So I
Oh
hope
yeah.
Echo too. Echo, like I watched 3 episodes and then went, I think I'm
Yeah,
done.
I think they dumped Echo. They didn't know what to do with it, so they were just like, whatever,
Yeah, maybe they were afraid that
whatever.
people would leave if it came out weekly, which could
Yeah.
happen, but I don't know. Yeah, but Daredevil is going to come in March, and then the rumor is that season 2 will be 2025, along with Ironheart, which finished filming in 2022. and coming out 2025, which is ridiculous because
Crazy.
Marvel doesn't want to release it this year. They want to wait.
Is this a show you want to watch?
No, it takes place right after Wakanda Forever.
We're way past that in the timeline now.
Yeah. No, although I do like the Hood, and the guy playing the Hood is the guy from he was in the new
Transformers.
Transformers. Yeah,
Yeah, I like him though.
he's
He's in
good.
Dumb Money.
He
Yeah.
isn't dumb. Yeah, he works at GameStop. It's GameStop.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Um.
a good actor.
Yeah. I don't like the spot. I think that the whole experiment, the spot I said, the
Yeah,
Hood.
I was a little. I was
I
like,
fucking hate the
huh?
spot. The spot's a piece of shit. No, I don't like the Hood. I think the Bendis experiment was fucking weird. Just every time anything would happen,
Or the
the
Hood would
Hood
be
would
there.
show up. He fucking stole all of the Infinity Gems one
I
time.
forgot about
Like, what was
that.
that about? He beat the Illuminati. Like he is the reason that the Illuminati is revealed to the rest of the superhero community. It's because of the Hood.
Yeah.
And so it's just I hate this guy. I hate that he's cosmically important for like 5 minutes in the comics
I
because
mean,
Bendis
yeah.
liked him.
The Hood
And
is
so
he's
yeah,
basically think one of the apprentices to Doctor Strange with a gun. Like he's a
yeah.
sorcerer that uses a gun.
It's because the hood he wears is like magic.
Yeah, yeah. The actual like
Yeah.
cloak. Yeah.
And he's like a low level gangster who gets greater aspirations because I think Bendis thought he was funny.
Yeah.
So
But now he's the main villain for Ironheart, which I don't think
yeah,
they've ever met in the comics.
I don't think so either. I'm honestly not against it, I guess, because I think that the hood, the reason I don't like him so much is because he is inherently street level. You know what I mean? He's inherently
Mhm.
like, he should just be like a Turk Barrett. He should not be higher than that. You know what I mean? He should not be fighting the Avengers.
Yeah, but he's
So
not. So
yeah, so give him to Ironheart, I guess, and keep that story to the ground.
it's like magic versus technology, so I don't mind that. But
Yeah.
maybe they're just focusing on CGI here. They're
You think
they're
it'll be
making
like a
sure.
love story?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no.
They've never met in the comics, but yeah, they it will be. The
Yeah,
actors are
because they're
that
both around
same
the
age.
same age.
Yeah,
Oh no, yeah, they are. They probably
yeah,
both go to MIT.
yep.
And oh shit.
It's gonna be
Ned
one big.
cameo though?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man. But Ned knows magic.
Yeah, he does, but like he doesn't know Spider-Man anymore, so he's useless in the Marvel
Can you imagine this whole show goes on and then when they reveal the hood, it's actually Ned? And it was like the Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
No,
It's like the hood is an actor and he's stepping in for Ned.
you know what? If they're going to the same school as Ned, what I want is the I don't know his name, the actor that plays Ned, the CEO,
Jacob.
Jacob. I
Yes.
want him to play an extra in the show.
Just a random guy who
No
isn't Ned.
lines, but he's in the background in a few scenes.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, that's okay, that
That's
is Ned
that's
right
Ned.
there.
But zero dialogue at
But
all.
they gotta
He
get Zendaya for it too. She also goes to MIT. So
that
yeah,
might be expensive.
imagine just in the background. Oh, there's Zendaya and there's Ned right there, and they're just eating.
I
And it's just
mean,
one scene and they're
you go
done.
to a theater right now, you can see Challenges with Zendaya with an
Yeah,
award-winning director, or you can see
great movie.
Tear It with Jacob,
Yeah,
which is apparently a very bad horror movie. So they're both
yeah,
in theaters right now. So
cool.
I don't know. I was
Yeah.
at the theater last night. I could have saw either or, and I
Did you
didn't.
see anything?
I saw Planet of the Apes.
Good movie.
I like the idea of it.
No, what are you about to tell me? You didn't like it.
No, I gave it like 3.5 stars. I liked it.
I could not believe how into it I was. I was sitting in the theater. It was a gigantic theater. Like it's one of the biggest in the world. And I was sitting there and I literally I walked out of it and I was just like, was that the best movie I've ever seen?
What?
And I
Wait,
loved
what?
it. Dude, I thought it was so good.
Wait, what did you gave it
4.
4? It's not even 5 stars.
No, I know, because I thought about it some more. But I'm just
Okay.
like, dude, I was just like, oh my god, Caesar's like Jesus, and there's people that are misrepresenting his actual like the tenets he lived by, and Proximus Caesar is, oh my god, he's manipulating actual Caesar's words. Oh my god,
Wow.
dude, it was sick.
It's number 4 for your your watch list this year. It's
Yeah,
number
yeah.
5 for
I
me.
thought it was a great movie. Listen, guys, watch X-Men 97 or go see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Great fucking
Here's the
movie.
thing. I think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is very good. I think it's the weakest of the modern Planet of the Apes movies.
No, Rise is the worst one. The first one
I
is the worst one
I like
with James
Rise.
Franco.
I like
Dude, Rise is so boring. I had never seen Rise before
what?
before this week. I watched it
What?
this week for the first time. Yeah.
No! That
Yeah,
scene.
and eh,
Bro, I saw that in theaters and like you hear pin drop during that scene.
I just
It's
thought it was
so good.
boring. I mean,
Wow.
but the next two are a crazy step up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I think
Dawn
War
is
is the
like
best.
War is unbelievable.
War is
War
perfect.
is such a good movie. I
Yeah.
know that while I was watching it, I just kept thinking like, oh my god, this is some Walking Dead shit. But if you read The Walking Dead, I was just you would get it
Yeah, one day I will.
one day. But I was
Yeah.
just like, oh my god, this is like an arc in The Walking Dead or something. Um,
War is
because
incredible.
it's yeah, it was incredible, and I just think I don't know, I loved Kingdom. I thought it was awesome.
I thought Kingdom was good too. Yeah, I just think it's the slowest of the
Well, it
three.
was like a full on adventure. There was like a
Yeah.
full on opening, like prologue, introduction, and
Yeah.
then oh my god, his village gets raided and he's got to go on the great adventure. And like it was
It
a full
was,
on adventure.
yeah, yeah. And I trust this guy to make the Zelda movie too, because it's the same director. But I like Dawn because it's a very like I mean, I saw Dawn like opening week, I think, and I didn't know the Planet of the Apes movies beforehand from the 60s. So I didn't know anything what was gonna happen. I just thought James Franco gets pet monkey. That's it.
Yeah, nope.
So seeing like
You mean Rise?
everything develop or Rise, yeah, the first one. Seeing
Hmm.
everything develop was just so good to me. I loved it. And
Yeah,
then the next one,
I have not seen the original Planet of the Apes. I know I have to.
yeah, the 60s. I
Yeah,
have now. I've seen the first original. But
I'll
man,
watch it.
no, I do like Kingdom and I like the idea of it because I won't because this is a comic book podcast, I won't like spoil
Yeah,
anything. But I think the ending is so good and sets up
me too.
so much that
Yep.
connects to the originals too.
Yes.
And so I'm just and they're doing 9 of these, hey?
They're
This is
doing nine
this
of
is
them.
4. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. They
Yeah.
said they're going to they're going to hope to do five more.
Yeah, they said they want to do 3 trilogies. So this is the Caesar trilogy, now we have the Noah trilogy, and then we're gonna get a
Ah,
trilogy after this.
and that's probably going to be your Planet of the Apes actual original.
Probably, yeah. But I don't know, this was
Damn,
like,
dude, I'm in with
whoa.
this.
Yeah,
This
these
is the
8
new Infinity
movies.
Saga.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these 8 movies. So go see Kingdom for sure. I just thought the ending was
yeah.
perfect. Like it's a
Ending's great.
perfect ending.
Walked out of the ending. I was just like, God, that was the best movie ever.
It was good, yeah. It was good. I like the villain too. Could have
Yeah.
been in a bit
What
more.
a wonderful day. Yeah.
It's literally like
He's
a
a
guy that like learned about the Roman Empire. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
I could
there's
do
an
that.
ad and there's an ads in comics this week that are just his face. And I was just like, oh my god, I love this guy.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was one in Doom. I'm try to find it, but it was literally just Proximus Caesar, just his full on face. Um, and he's a great character, great movie. I
Yeah,
thought it
it
was a
is a
great
good
movie.
movie. It is a good
Yeah,
movie. But
Fall
I
Guy
won't
was all
spoil it.
right. I saw the Fall Guy.
I haven't seen that yet. I might tonight actually. But
There was a lot of talking, dude. Get ready for less stunts than you would think, and more
oh,
talking than you could ever imagine.
that's what I want to hear about my movie about stunts.
I swear there was more talking than there was in Oppenheimer. I swear to God, there was more talking in Fall Guy.
Great. I mean, it's been a good year for movies so far. May is packed though, because I'm gonna see If. I want to see
I'm gonna
that.
see
I
if
hear it's bad, but I want to see it. I'll
oh
see Garfield. I
Furiosa,
don't care. I'll see it.
Furiosa.
Furio. I have my tickets for Furiosa already.
I gotta see Furiosa. I'm excited.
I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'll see Garfield. I don't care.
I might see Garfield too.
I don't
You know
care.
what?
Yeah, I'll
I
see
like
it.
Garfield.
I
I
do
like
too.
Garfield.
Yeah. There, we said
Yeah, we said it. We said
it.
what everyone's afraid to say. We like Garfield. I hate
Then
Mondays too.
Inside Out too. I'll see that. That looks
Yeah,
good.
why not?
I like the first one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good movies coming. Deadpool and Wolverine, obviously. That's in July though. But yeah, I did want to for everyone listening right now, everyone go watch Late Night with the Devil. It is fantastic.
Oh, my mom watched that movie.
Well,
My
why
mom
where
was
were you?
oh, I don't know. she 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 wanted to go see it in theaters, I remember, and then now it's streaming, and she was like, "Oh, I really want to watch this." I don't know why my mom even is interested in that movie. I heard of it. I know what it's about. Should I
Mhm.
watch? I should actually watch it.
Yeah, it's awesome. The whole thing is shot as if you're watching like a late night show.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entire movie. There's no like clips of like it's shot like a real movie. Like you're watching, the
Yeah,
character's always looking at
it's
the
like found
camera.
footage, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically found footage, and then the stuff in between when they're doing commercials is just like behind the scene footage. So it's
Hmm.
black and white. So it's really really cool. But yeah, I mean it's also what's his name? David
David Dasmelchian.
Desmelchian. Yeah, mostly know him from Prisoners. Polka Dot Man.
Yes.
He's the main character, and he said in so many interviews that he wants to be a Scream King because there's so many Scream Queens out there.
I mean, I could see it in his future. I mean, he's
He says
pretty.
he
Yeah.
says he wants to do more horror. So I'm like, yes, you're so good in this.
He's
So
in Dune.
please,
He's
yeah,
creepy as fucking Dune.
he's creepy in every
Peter
movie.
Peter
Pris-
DeVries.
Prisoners, he's creepy in. Polka Dot Man's in a way creepy. He was in The
Yeah.
Dark Knight.
Yes, he was in the Dark
He's
Knight.
Abracadabra on CW Flash.
Yes, he is Abracadabra in the CW Flash.
He's
Yes.
in Ant-Man. He's in every Marvel.
He is an Ant-Man. God, I swear he voices someone as well where I'm just like, oh yeah, he voices Calendar Man in the Long Halloween
Yeah,
animated movie,
yeah.
which is okay. Okay, all right. You also do this.
He's just in everything,
He's
but
in a
this is
lot
like
of
his
shit,
first
man.
leading role that I've ever seen him in.
Yeah. I like him.
He is good. I'll continue with news of the week. After Agatha
Oh, he's in
Ditto.
Oppenheimer.
Yes, he is an Oppenheimer.
He's in
Everyone's an
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
It's true.
Amazon announced today some sad news. And this is today, the day we're recording.
Oh,
This-
I think I know what you're gonna tell
The
me.
Silk show is canceled. The last we heard of this was 3 months ago, where they said that they are no longer making it for a female audience and it'll be male only. Which is
Nice.
like the
That's what I
worst
want from
thing.
Silk.
They said because they're like, oh well, the Marvels failed and She-Hulk isn't well looked at, but you know what's popular? The boys. So we're gonna make the
The
Silk show like the
boys.
boys. It's like,
Hell
oh,
yeah. Yes,
okay.
Silk. All right.
Silk full of gore, but
the
it
I
got
am only.
canceled.
Damn it. That means I can't sell the issue where she appears in.
Yeah, I mean the game Spider-Man 3 game.
That's in like 30 years, dude.
Yeah, true.
That's gonna be like when the kingdom is set.
That's true.
Is when Spider-Man 3 is gonna come
That's
out.
true. Yeah. But they are moving forward with Noir, which is a Spider-Man Noir TV series starring Nicolas Cage, live action. This is confirmed to be happening too.
What is this? because I'm like this like every piece of it lines up where it's like it's a Spider-Man noir live action TV series starring Nicolas Cage, and I'm still just like, there's no way that this is a Spider-Man noir live action series starring Nicolas Cage. Like,
But it
there's no
is.
way that Nicolas Cage is going to play Spider-Man noir in a live action show
Mhm.
about that Spider-Man. I don't believe it for a second. Even though it's going to happen, I don't believe it for a second.
It's not continuing with Spider-Verse as far as I know. It's just the same actor playing him, but it's going to be like a standalone thing.
And
Probably set in like the 30s or something.
is it gonna be like a super serious 1930s like no like R-rated spider like
Ooh, I don't know about
where are they
R-rated.
going where are they going with this?
I
You know what
hope
I
that
mean?
it's the humor of Spider-Verse's
And
Noir.
maybe I could honestly see them going all the way. I mean they Craven is R-rated for some reason.
Yeah. I think Sony's starting to give up on their Spider-Verse universe after Madame Web,
Well, do
which
you
is why
think
they
that
canceled Silk.
this is what they should do? Maybe like series about these other spider people?
Yeah, I think so.
Like a 2099 series? Even
Yeah.
try to get Oscar Isaac or something?
I'm
I
just
don't know.
surprised that you have the rights to these Spider-Man characters and you're doing like Craven. Why not
Yeah,
do
you
this
still
actual
have not
spider
done
people?
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
But did you hear Phil Lord, Chris Miller are in charge of all things Sony Spider-Man now?
yes, and I think
So
it was Phil retweeted the news about this.
so they're James Gunn of Spider-Man?
I guess so. Of Sony Spider-Man, not Tom Holland.
Yeah, so make it good.
Yeah, just make it good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it sounds cool, I guess, but we don't know anything
Yeah.
besides what I just said, so I guess we'll wait and see. Supergirl is coming out 2026, almost a year after Superman, which
Yes.
means in between the two, we will only have Peacemaker season 2.
So
I think that's too long.
I don't think it matters. I think we were talking about this in the chat. It's okay, so Spider-Man. Superman comes out July 2025.
Yeah.
Supergirl comes out June 2026.
Hmm.
11 months.
Yeah. I think it's too long of a wait. We're talking
What?
about how we haven't seen Moon Knight forever in Shang-Chi, and now we're doing.
Yeah, but that's 11 months. It's been 2 years since we've seen Shang-Chi. Or it's been 3 years since we've seen Shang-Chi. You know?
Mhm.
I don't think I think that Superman even probably appears in Supergirl.
Probably, yeah, at least for a little bit,
I
like at the
wonder if
beginning.
yeah, because I do get like because here's the thing is like this phase 1 we have to remember is not going to be Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, yada yada. There's
Yeah.
going to be I mean Flash will be there and whatnot, yeah, whatever. Not Flash. Green Lantern will be there. But
Guy, yeah.
it's not like your typical phase 1. There's also going to be an Authority movie. So
Yeah.
like it conceivably I guess could be a while before we start to see these characters really cross over
Yeah, it could
because
be.
like but I also think that they'll still be around,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
Cuz I
like
think
appearing
like
here.
when we get to Batman, that's going to be that's still a long time away
Yeah,
before we get to the
years.
Batman in this movie in this universe. And him and Superman are going to meet. That's got to happen, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
they
what
gotta
this
be
whole thing is
friends.
about.
World's finest, yeah.
So how long are we going to be waiting for that, I guess, post Superman Legacy?
I think I'm gonna say 4 years
I'm also going to say 3 or 4 years, yeah.
because it's gonna be a while. I
And
feel
that's
like
not even I don't even know if that's a Justice League movie or anything. That could
no,
just be
that
a Batman Superman crossover.
I think we're like Brave and the Bold will have Superman at the end or something. I think he'll be like the Nick Fury of this universe, just appearing in things here and there.
Hmm.
I hope so, at least. You can't just have these characters going for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for my news. I don't know if there's anything else that I missed. There might have been, but those are the big things as of recording, at least. For comics, I didn't read any this week. I did get my comics, but geez, I haven't put away comics in forever. My desk is just covered in books right
Actually
now.
I actually started today on like a past couple weeks of Bagged and Board as well.
Yeah, I'm
Um
behind. So I'm told myself like you got to catch up because I keep buying comics and then I go home and I just put them on my desk.
yeah, I
So
hadn't caught up in a couple weeks either.
I caught up on Batman, I caught up on Miles Morales Spider-Man, except for this week's issue. Green Lantern, Thor, I'm one issue behind. I caught up on Wonder Woman. I caught up on Superman. Oh my God, this Brainiac arc is cool.
Oh yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, I think I have
Did
one
you
part
read
here.
Action Comics this week?
I did.
Yeah.
I actually did.
Good
Well, that
stuff.
was
All right.
last week, I think, right?
Was this last week?
I don't think it was this week.
Oh shit. I don't
I
know.
could be
I have
wrong.
no idea.
I
Oh
have
no.
Superman in front of me here. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. Like this is
Superman
good
is good.
stuff.
I was thinking about this yesterday. Is this the first time ever that it's been a really good Superman book and the other two of the Trinity are kind of mid? Usually it's Batman's the best one, the other two are kind of not
Rebirth.
cared about.
I thought Superman Rebirth was the best.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
So 2016 to
But Superman is
17.
unabashedly the best like main I mean not main, but Superman is really, really good right now. And it's actually really
Yeah.
important. And it's definitely better than Batman and it's better than Wonder Woman, I
Yeah.
think.
I agree.
And I think it's cool.
It's the best of the Trinity right now. I would say Wonder
Yeah.
Woman second, Batman's the weakest. But Batman's still not bad at the moment. But
Yeah,
yeah, Superman
Batman
is great. I
it's weird.
mean, you establish in part one of this House of Brainiac arc that Metropolis is just thriving. With where Lois goes for a run and she sees
Yeah.
like so many characters. You see like Perry White, you
Yep.
see
This was
Jimmy
this week.
Olsen, yeah. It's a great issue. And then Clark shows up for like a yoga in the park with Lois and Jimmy and what's her face? Forget her name. Lois's
I
or
don't know. Oh,
Jimmy's
Silver
girlfriend.
Banshee.
Yeah. And as soon as he gets there, they're just like, "Oh, Clark, why is Lois taking a day off today?" And he just says, "You need to run." And you look up a Brainiac ship and just teleported above Metropolis and it's sending a
Yeah.
ton of whatever
Lobos,
Lobo's race is called.
Zarnians.
Yeah, Zarnians down. So
Yeah.
Lobo, last of his kind, turns out no, Brainiac's been holding them for a while, and now they're all killing everyone. Or they're kidnapping every single person in Metropolis with powers. So they
Hmm.
go after like Superboy and Superman in China and Supergirl, but they leave like Steel there because he's just in a suit. So they're just anyone with powers Brainiac is stealing. They go to grab Superman, but Lex jumps in front of it, so Lex gets captured, which is
Hmm.
kind of cool. But yeah,
I think
it's a good arc.
yeah. I think this is really good, especially I think because it It really displays all of like I love the current state of the Superman family. I
Yeah, I
love
do
all of
too.
this. I like it a lot. Like that's a Philip Kennedy Johnson thing. I mean,
Hmm.
and also George Williamson. I mean, they kind of probably did together when
Yeah,
they
yeah.
established like this new family. But Connor, Kara, John,
Laura,
Laura. What'd you say?
Laura, like
Lara.
yeah,
Yes. Okay. I was like Laura. I didn't remember what it was.
yeah,
Um,
Laura Lane or Lang.
Lana.
Yeah, I'm getting mixed up. Lana Lang,
That's why I was like Laura. I was like
Superwoman.
Wolverine because I was like, because there's also the two little kids
Yeah,
from War World, and
yeah.
I was like, is one of them Laura? I didn't remember.
No, 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 I forget about
But
them.
yeah, I love the state of this Keenan
Yeah,
whenever
Keenan
when he wants to
Kong.
show up. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's just good comics.
it is. Yeah,
Just
and
good
John
little
Kent
events.
is not here.
No, he's not.
Yeah, they have one line where it's just like, "Oh, John's on a mission with the Titans." It's like, okay, I guess you guys just didn't want to use him.
Yeah, I guess that didn't work, huh?
Yeah, I don't think John's even in Titans right now. Maybe I'm
Yeah, I was
wrong,
gonna say
but
no. I don't think he's got a mission with the Titans. I think Superman. I think you're vouching for your lame kid. I
is
think,
John
yeah.
gone?
Do you
Because
think
his
they're giving
series
up on
got
John?
canceled.
Is that what you're saying? Are they giving up on John?
I think they are. His series got
I
canceled, which
think.
Tom Taylor has said
Well,
many times that it wasn't canceled. Yes, it
it's
was.
actually interesting. John's best appearances now are in those Wonder Woman backups. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, they
so
are.
if they want to do John properly, just do stories, comics set. What are they called? Gen S. Just do stories set
Something
there.
like that. Yeah.
You know, if you want to
This
do
issue doesn't have it.
because
But yeah,
that's the only place where John's actually gonna be Superman.
yeah. Because like it. Okay, I thought Son of Superman, the series, which lasted I think 19 issues, I thought it wasn't that bad, but my God, did it have problems.
I thought it it just made me ask questions that I just didn't care about
Yeah.
because I think that I was just like, okay, I mean, like, I understand the idea of a socially conscious Superman, but
Hmm.
also I'm just like, but I think that Superman is already that Superman. I think
Yeah,
Superman already
Clark.
does all of this stuff. They just don't
Yeah.
write issues about it. I think he does probably go and protest with people or go yell about things. It's just the books aren't necessarily about that because like if we ask those questions, okay, yeah, why isn't Superman using his freeze breath to fix the ice caps or whatever? You know, why isn't he going and giving
Hmm.
food to all the homeless? Because then I'm just like, okay, well, Superman sucks because he actually doesn't fix anything. All he does is knock down cities. I don't need to be asking these questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
kind of just
yeah.
undermines the characters.
Because Tom Taylor's idea was okay, we got to make John different from Clark.
Yeah.
But you're just doing things that we don't really want to read about per se. It's great that he's protesting. It's great that he's helping out the weak. But I kind of want to see him stop an asteroid coming to
I want to
Earth.
see him punch a bad guy. I want to see, you know what I mean? I do
Mhm.
want to see that.
Yeah, so it just kind of became boring to me.
Yeah.
Because I read the entire series and I'm like, this is kind of boring. And it's like, oh, but we're progressing. We're giving John a boyfriend who was so boring. Like
Yes.
it's just he wasn't
Still
interesting
around.
anymore. Yeah.
He was in this arc actually. I think he was in House of Brainiac, no?
He was?
Or was he in
Pink hair guy?
Yeah,
Forget his
was I
name already.
swear I saw him in a book recently. He might have actually been in those Wonder Woman backups even. I don't
But
know.
he's just a boring character, so I didn't
Yeah,
really
and
care.
I think if you're gonna do something with John, I mean, oh God, they messed it up the second that he was 18. They messed it up immediately.
Yeah.
That was the end of the character. It's like, okay, well, I guess we lost everything about it. We
Yep.
lost the fun part of having this character around. Now his age is an albatross around Superman, and
Yep.
oops, we fucked up.
Yep.
You know, he
And
was a kid, it was fun, and it made sense. But now
yes.
he's 18 and it doesn't make any sense anymore.
Yeah.
It's completely just like, okay, well now the timeline perspective is all fucked up.
Mhm.
Where does he belong in this universe? He has to be important because he's the son of Superman.
Yeah. And you
It
have
was
this
just
big event with the
yeah,
Superman family all on the cover of these events,
yeah,
and John's just not in it. He's the only
yeah,
one not involved.
yeah.
Superman of China is involved. who's a great character, but he was forgotten for like 7 years, and now
Yeah.
he's back and actually has a character.
Do you think they actually just revert John?
I want them to, but I
Do
think
you
they're
think they do
afraid
it
to
though?
because he's a pride character. So
Yes, and I understand it, but I also think that people that read that book would get it.
yeah,
It's like
my
Iceman, you
because the
know?
whole
I
thing.
guess it's opposite.
For those who don't know, John Kent, he didn't like age something like that. He was
Yeah.
stuck inside a volcano for 7 years being tortured by someone that looked like his dad but wasn't his dad.
Yes. Ultraman.
And he came back and he's just, yeah, I'm fine. No,
Yeah.
I expected like trauma or flashbacks. Maybe
Yeah,
he's
and
afraid of
and and
fire.
to be honest, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see super hardcore John
Yeah.
because I don't really want to see Superman. Like, I guess there's a story in, oh, he's his angsty teen son, but he's got the powers of a million sons or whatever. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's like it's that story, but oh, they're both Superman. But I don't care. I don't want to see John like melt a guy or rip
No,
a
I
guy
don't
in
want that.
half.
No.
You know what I
I
mean?
would have liked maybe some trauma. Maybe he's afraid of fire because he lived in a volcano for
Yes, or
seven
maybe he
years.
doesn't want to be Superman. Maybe he doesn't want to have like use his powers, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, that'd be good. But instead, no, he's just fine and nothing, it's like nothing happened.
Yeah.
So
I
I
wonder if they could
think,
even Oh, what were you
sorry,
gonna
my,
say?
my theory right now is that what they
Mhm.
could do if they really want to bring him back is have Superman go to Earth 3, or maybe John himself goes back to
Oh,
Earth
you
3
love this theory,
and
yeah.
he sees John, like 10-year-old John in the volcano and he has a chance to save him. Maybe make current day John see that and he saves himself. He saves his childhood. And in doing so, he evaporates back to the future style because he doesn't exist anymore. Or he becomes just like a variant of John somewhere
Wow.
out there.
And he leaves and we get actual kid
And
John back.
we get
That's like
10-year-old
some
John
X-Men
back.
shit. That is
Yeah.
like some X-Men
Literally
shit.
like how Scott was young. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like young Scott was time
Yeah.
traveled. But
Because I'm
just do
thinking
that.
I was thinking of a way less complicated. I just say retire him. Just say he doesn't want to do it anymore. Like, you know, they did that with Wally
Yeah.
when he was on the Teen Titans, and Wally was just like, I'm 19, I gotta go to college, I don't really want to be Kid Flash anymore. I
Oh,
wonder if
yeah.
they could just do like John's like, I'm not, it's not fun anymore, and they just write him out of the books, and he's over there and he's having a good life,
I
he's just
mean,
not in them.
it's kind of what they did here. Because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
John's with the Titans. I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I think he's
Yeah.
making excuses and he's going and he's doing delinquent shit.
Yeah. Because I don't think Joshua Williams wanted to write John in here.
It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, which I understand here because I wouldn't either, but just you can bring 10-year-old John back. Everybody liked him except for
Everyone wants it.
Bendis.
Yeah, we it's actually all we want. It's
Yeah.
all anyone's been saying. Anytime you bring up John Kent, it's, oh man, they really missed the mark, didn't they?
Hmm. And
You
Bendis's
know?
excuse was like, "Oh, you don't want to read about someone doing homework." It's like, yeah, but
Then
we
don't
want to
write
read
him
about the
doing
son of
homework.
right? We want to read about the son of Superman struggling. He killed his cat. That and he had like traumatic experience from
Yes, he
accidentally
did.
killing his cat because of his
Yeah.
powers. But yeah, I don't know. He was such a good character before, and I'm sad that he's not.
Rip. Super
Yeah,
Sons was such a good idea before.
it lasted like 12 issues.
Yes, but it's like a genuinely like, if it had lasted, would be like a pillar of the DC universe.
It would still be going on today. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like Jorge
they would be at
Jimenez
like
was
issue.
still.
Oh my god, they'd be like issue 100 of Super Sons. Can you imagine
Yeah,
the
they would
timeline
have.
where we got to like issue 100 of Super Sons? We
Yeah.
got 12. We got 12.
Yeah, yeah, and Jorge was on all those issues except for like two as well.
Yeah, and I know they did other minis and stuff, but
The
it
Adventures
wasn't
of
the
Super
same.
Sons. Yeah, it wasn't as good. But yeah, like just bring him back. And their Venice's excuse would be like, "Oh, but John and Damien they're the same age. It's just John's now 3 years older instead of
Yeah,
3 years
the
younger."
age difference is still the same.
But it's also like
I don't
John is
care.
also like 3 feet taller than Damien, so it just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was never good. But yeah, I only really caught up on Superman. Like I caught up on Wonder Woman and everything. But what came out this week that you read?
This oh my god. Okay. Red Coat issue number 2. I'm still on the Ghost
Oh
Machine,
yeah,
baby.
yeah. I
And
figured.
I think I'm jumping off.
What?
I think I read this issue. Here's the thing. I read Geiger and I read Junkyard Joe. And in this issue, the Red Coat says that Albert Einstein says to Red Coat that he had a vision, his sister had a vision of a glowing man and a robot soldier and a guy in a red coat all teaming up, and I just went, I don't care about that. I don't
Yeah,
need them to all cross over. I'm
yeah.
actually kind of annoyed that they're not just letting it breathe before they want to rush into a crossover.
I'm shocked that
So
they're doing it so soon.
exactly. Because then I don't know if you've seen. Do you follow Image on Instagram?
Yeah. They have
They
their
have like a
anniversary.
new channels, right? Instagram channels,
Yep.
and they sent it's earlier today. Would anyone like a preview of Geiger issue 3? And it starts with fucking Junkyard Joe, and he's hanging out with the guy from Redcoat, and I was just like, I don't want this anymore. I'm jumping off. Actually, now this is a gimmick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't know. I don't like that. I think it's. I think I'm not against the idea of it all existing in one universe, but let me get the concepts to breathe before you want to shove them all together because that's all you want to do. Like fucking Transformers and GI Joe have still not crossed over.
Oh,
You know what I
what?
mean?
I thought they
Well,
had by now.
like the characters exist in the same universe, and some of them have met, but they have not done a big crossover yet. Duke has not met Optimus Prime. Duke hasn't even met Cobra Commander. You know, so just the fact that this is all nonsense made up character. I mean, every character's made up, but nonsense new made up characters that they're already going to crush into one story. I'm just like,
Yeah.
nah, I don't know.
You're like on the hype train. You said you're here for it and everything, and JD was all
Yeah,
happy, pumping his fist, and you just broke his heart wherever he
I
is.
know. He felt that. I know he's like Yoda out there somewhere.
He just fell to
Order
his
66. Yeah.
JD's with the Wookiees right now and just dropped to his knees.
Imagine if that's where JD has been. He's been hanging out on Kashyyyk with the Wookiees.
Well, that's canon now. When JD's not on the
Yeah,
podcast, he's actually just with Wookiees at the moment.
that yes.
I
Yeah,
mean, did
we're breaking the news.
you read anything else?
I mean, I read Doom. Doom
Oh
came out
yeah,
this
yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah.
Cover's sick.
It is good.
Oh, Jesus Christ, cover's sick. So this is Sanford Green and Jonathan Hickman. But I think the truth is that this is just Sanford Green. He's artist, writer, and because it just says Sanford Green and Jonathan Hickman art plot script like all at once, all as one.
Oh, okay.
I think that this is a I think this guy had a pitch for a Doom story because this is a self-contained Doom story. It begins and it ends.
Oh, it's
And
only one issue.
it's a one shot. It's a giant oversized one shot. It's almost like an annual. Just a
Okay.
story of basically a universe where Galactus has destroyed everything in the Marvel universe except for Doom. And Doom is captured by Valeria Richards and she's like trying to basically how can Doom fight Galactus? Like and it's just about his will. It's just about his willpower. How he's just like I don't care if Galactus is the most powerful thing in the universe. I'm fucking Doctor Doom. And so I'm actually important. I matter. That's
Of
what this
course.
book is all about. And
Okay.
it is cool. I like it. And it also does start with an MF Doom line, which is
Oh
sick.
yeah, yeah. I saw
Which
that.
is
Yeah.
sick. Is a first, living on borrowed
I
time, the
I
clock
love
ticks
MF
faster.
Doom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so this is our first Doom solo comic since MF Doom died. Yes.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yes. Yes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yes.
Okay, that kind of sold me. I don't know if anyone on listening listens to Childish Gambino, but
I
he's
think
been
a lot of
teasing
people listening probably listen to Childish Gambino.
probably, but he's been teasing on his Instagram live, his new album coming out sometime this summer. And MF Doom is on one of his songs.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
It's which song is it? Let me see. When
Well,
I
did you?
read
I
the
did
titles.
hear that Childish Gambino said that one of the next two albums of his will be his last, and everyone's
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
the
I
one
think it's
coming
probably
out
going to be
here.
the second one.
I
Like,
think I
it
think
can't be the
it's
first one.
no, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the second one that he releases. It's probably going to be his last one.
I believe it's Beef Rap. That song.
Beef
You
rap.
hear the beginning of it at the beginning of one of like Childish Gambino songs, and then he gets into it. So it's not AI or anything. It's just the beginning of one of his songs there. Harper sent me this, so I don't think he's joining.
Oh, look at him.
That's Thanos right there.
That is actually a. I don't like that picture. I don't like looking at it.
Take a picture of that and send it to him.
Oh God, ugh. It looks like Zordon from
Did you
from
get
the
it?
Power Rangers. Yes, I got it. Oh God.
This is what's the guy that Captain Marvel killed in the Marvels?
Oh, the Kree Supreme Intelligence.
Yeah, that
That is literally this. Oh God, I hate it. God, hate
or
it.
it's MODOK right there.
Gross.
Yeah, sorry, I'll stop showing it.
Before I start throwing up.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like it. Did
Uh,
you read? Oh, Ultimate X Men came out this week as well.
I'm
I'm
not reading
actually,
that.
I'm done with it.
It just looks like you're holding up a piece of paper.
Oh yeah, it's so bright. But yes, this is Ultimate X Men issue 3.
It's
Um,
like a manga though.
yeah,
You know what's
yeah.
a better comic that's like a manga? Spider-Man. Look how it was, look at the fight scene this past week. Black and white.
I did see that. I did hear about that. God, why am I not reading this? Ask me why I'm
It's
not reading it.
sick.
I don't
It's
know why.
cause what's her face? Who's the villain? I forget her name.
She's she's
She's like the
she's
main villain of this arc.
yeah. They've created. She's like Miles' Joker, right? She's
Yeah,
fancy.
yeah, like the arch nemesis and Razzler,
The
Rabbler,
Razzler.
Rabbler, Rabble. I forget her name.
Oh, it is a rabble, isn't it?
It might be. I think it starts with the R.
I think it's rabble.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but she has a move where she can take out the sun like all light.
Oh,
And it's literally like Dragon Ball. She yells solar flare and then
so they can
all
just have a
lights
manga
disappear.
fight.
Yeah.
That's sick. God
But
damn it.
it's good, yeah. And like Cody Ziegler, he said that he wanted to write the series as if it was a manga. And there's a lot of anime references. Miles does a kick like to get up, and the quote he says is, "This is a manji kick. Would love to say Colleen Wing taught me this, but the real hero is Genki's country Crunchyroll account." So it's literally like he's just
Yeah.
like an anime fan.
He's naming animes and he's
Yeah.
like, oh, I saw it in this.
Yeah, and they like yell each other's like it's Dragon Ball Z, basically. They're yelling each other's moves as they're fighting. It's good.
Did you see? I just when you were putting it down, the back cover to that issue, the ad, just yeah, Vampire Miles. Have you read Blood Hunt?
No,
So I'm gonna send you this in the chat because I think this is hilarious. I mean, I guess it's technically a spoiler, but you don't care. I mean, you would have read it, right?
no. Cotton
So you know how
vampires.
there's two different versions of Blood Hunt that they release, right?
Yeah,
They
there's like
release
there's the
uh
R-rated one. Yeah.
yeah, a red band version and the normal version. And
Mhm.
so I when I bought the book, bought the red band version because I'm like, why would I not? This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
obviously, yeah, I'll buy the one with all the graphic violence. And so there are some big differences, right? But I'm going to show you the difference. I'm going to send it in the chat. I'm going to send it to you at least. The
Yeah.
differences between the ending of the book. So in the original version of Blood Hunt issue 1, it ends like this, right? I sent it to you. Doctor Strange gets stabbed through the
Okay.
heart by Blade.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "Oh, okay." Like so he's going to recover,
Mhm.
but he's hurt because he got stabbed through the chest. But in the red band version, I have to find this. Where the hell is it? Here it is. This is what happens to Doctor Strange. And this is
Oh
so
my
much more
god.
this is so much more definitive. You can't even see it. He gets cut in half by Blade.
That's
And
actually
that
kind of
was
awesome.
yeah. Yes. And when I read the red band version first, so I was like, how is he going to recover from this? You know, like he's been
Yeah.
bisected. How is he going to get better? And then I read the normal version and I was like, oh, these are just different universes, I guess.
He
This
becomes
is
a vampire, right?
I don't know. Doctor Strange issue came out last week and he was not cut in half. So
Oh, okay. So they're going over the top.
yeah.
I
And I because
saw that he's a
that blew
vampire.
my fucking mind. Because I was like, that is so much more definitive. I thought I'd be able to read the next issue of Blood Hunt having read the red band version and it wouldn't be that different. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
hilarious. I think that is fucking hilarious.
It's okay. Well, he's got
And oh yeah, Blade also turned evil. I guess that's relevant, right? Blade turned
Well, I
evil.
imagine so. He's cutting Doctor Strange in half.
Yeah.
So
Did you read the Avengers tie-in issue?
no, not yet. That's one of the stories
It's
or one series I'm
insane.
not caught
It's
up
Jed
with.
McKay writing Steve Rogers. And
Oh, I saw the
so
Nazi line. Yeah.
yes, and it's yeah, that's like the best line I've ever read in a comic book. It's so weird because it's just basically Captain America. He's talking on the card on the Avengers, discount card, the dispatch card.
Mhm.
Everyone has one, and he's like, "All right, guys, the regular Avengers are all fucked up, and I need you guys. I'm Captain America. We got to do. We actually
Yeah,
got to do
yeah,
some work."
yeah.
And he just gets a ragtag team. So it's like it's Hercules and Quicksilver and
Oh, I saw the cover.
Hazmat
Yeah.
and Kate Bishop, and they're fighting the vampire infestation,
Hmm.
and they just see a bunch of Nazi vampires, and they're just like, "What is going on over here? Why are there like okay? I thought we were gonna fight vampires. Why are there Nazi vampires like in New York City?"
Yeah.
And yeah, that's when Steve Rogers says, I've known good vampires, people that have gotten bitten and never wanted to hurt a single soul in their life, but I've never known a good Nazi. And
That's
I'm
good.
just
Yeah.
like, okay, that's awesome, but
That is a good
all
line.
right. I didn't expect to read that when I opened the issue.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
but,
But
it's,
that
but
is
yeah,
cool though, yeah.
it is sick. Yeah,
Comics are cool. Yeah.
they're cool. I
I'm
like them.
I'm
I'm fine.
I'm back in a way. I'm slowly
Oh,
catching up.
so when you reading The Walking Dead?
Maybe I already have.
Have you though?
I want to get all the compendiums.
so no. Well, you did say you were reading a book that didn't come out this week, right?
That was Superman.
Okay.
Like I
You're not
caught up on
reading anything
Superman.
else?
No, that's all I've read. I mean, I'm hunting for the compendiums for Walking Dead for a good
Oh,
price.
damn.
3 is really hard to find.
3 is
I found good
hard to
deals with
find.
1, 2, and 4, but
You live in
3 I
Canada, man.
can't
It's just like
find.
it's because I'm gonna check right now, right? I'm gonna see how quickly I could get 3 delivered to my house in America.
Yeah,
It's gonna
well,
say like
okay.
by 8 a.m.
I can get it tomorrow if I wanted through
But
Amazon
money
Prime,
wise,
but I would be spending $90.
$90.
Yeah, and I'm good. I don't think I want
Walking
to do
Dead
that.
Compendium is well, it's gonna tell me I bought them already. 36 dollars. I can get it tomorrow.
What the?
Yes.
What's your okay? If you don't mind me asking, what is your guys' like minimum wage?
In America?
Yeah,
For country, for the country?
yeah, yeah.
$7.50.
What? Okay, okay. That for Canada, it's $15.
Well, in New York City, it's $15.
Oh, what?
It's a weird country, man.
Okay. I think for Canada everywhere it's $15, but maybe I'm wrong
Yeah,
about that.
I think I hate to get political on the podcast, but I would think in America it should also be $15 everywhere.
Well, it's not
You know,
political. That's just like get dumb.
no, you would be surprised how political that conversation is for some
That's
reason.
odd. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
But yeah.
Maybe
So
it kind of adds up.
that's 3 hours of work right there.
Yeah, just for
One
Walking
Walking Dead
Dead.
compendium. But for
Yeah.
you, it's like a whole day.
It's literally a day of work, yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. I
That's
am
awesome.
possibly making some money. I'm going to a
I am
massive
possibly making some money.
I'm I'm I'm
I would
registered
hope
for
you're
a
making
massive
some money.
Street Fighter 6 tournament like
Oh,
in
it's a
Western
fight in
Canada.
it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it sounds
Damn.
like I'm actually
Okay.
fighting. Like I'm fighting people, but it's
Yeah.
for Street Fighter 6. I do competitive fighting games, and there's one in Western Canada that's it's quite the cash prizes. So
But are you
maybe
like cracked?
yeah, I'm pretty good, I think. I don't know. I did
But
it
you're
last year,
going
this
into a
exact same
competition.
tournament. I did this tournament last year and I was all right.
And
I got
now
like maybe
you've grinded.
yeah, I got about halfway through before a guy from the Philippines beat me, and I say he's from the Philippines because he told me 5 times.
Damn. He's like a
Yeah,
guy from the Philippines is whooping your ass right now.
he was loud. He was like oh, oh, and
That's
it was
amazing.
distracting. But he was like, "Hey, I'm from the Philippines. I'm new here." I'm like, "I'm not new
I
here.
gotta
Nice to
just
meet you."
I gotta just find a fighting game tournament because I would love to just go watch them. I don't think I could play one.
They are
Like
exciting.
kind of off topic. I watched 8 Mile with my friends last week, and we were
Oh, like
talking about
Eminem.
how like yeah Eminem 8 Mile, and we were talking about how like it's like a community thing. All the rap battles,
Yeah, it is.
and I'm just like, can we go to one? Like, is
Oh,
this a
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I want to go to one. If this is a thing that's happening in the real world, I want to go to it. And so I would love to go, but I don't want to pay like Evo prices just to go watch.
No, yeah,
But
Evo's
I
expensive.
would love to just watch a bunch of guys playing a fighting game.
I mean, you're in Times Square. Look up fighting game
That's true.
tournaments near you.
They're I am in Times Square, yes, and they're always playing it on the big screen
Yeah,
when
on
you
the
sit on the
like the
red.
billboard TV.
Yes, when you're sitting on the red stairs, they are always playing fighting game
That's what
tournaments.
I imagine. Yeah, just look it up. I mean, we're in.
Which games has that as a background? The red stairs.
Oh, Tekken 8.
Tekken 8. There you go.
Yeah,
So
play Tekken 8. Watch it there. But yeah, like fighting game, the scene is, I guess, similar to. It's not like 8 Mile,
well,
where you're
yes, I don't think
like,
8 Mile is really, I don't know if it's realistic today.
no, like you basically the ones I've been to, the big ones at least, are there's a massive stage and there's tables, there's like a rows and rows of hundreds of chairs, and there's a game going on this massive stage,
Yeah.
and everyone's watching, everyone's freaking out. But before it gets to that, there's like I don't know, like 25 TVs monitors set up behind the stairs, and people are playing on those to move up in the ranks. And then when there's like the top 16, then they play in front of a big crowd. And when they win, like air horns blare essentially, and like
I
lights
have
go up and
watched
everything.
streams. I've watched Evo. I like
Evo's
Evo.
great. Evo's
Yeah.
exciting.
You get the best people. It's just watching the best people in the world in anything
Yeah,
face each other is
anything
exciting.
is fun. Yeah, whether it's sports or fighting games or rap
Wrestling
battles.
or
I
rap battles,
guess.
yes.
Yeah, so it's exciting. But yeah, I think I'm pretty good at Street Fighter 6. So
Damn.
that's the only
You've
game I
just invited,
play
you know
though.
what, remember what Vision said, where he's like, our very strength incites conflict. Conflict
Hmm.
breeds disaster. I
That's
think you're
true.
inviting someone to listen to this podcast to go to that tournament to be better than you and to stomp on
Alberta GameCon.
you.
That's the tournament
Oh,
name.
it's
Be
coming.
there. Yeah, for the whoever's listening, it's in
Yeah.
Canada. But yeah, I'm excited. It's in like 3 weeks, so I've been grinding. I texted you when we were about to start, be like, I'm home now. I'm setting up. I was actually in a ranked match. It's
Damn.
finishing up. Yeah,
Damn.
but I don't want to say that. So yeah, yeah.
I'm in a ranked match.
Yeah. You should get into it. You played Mortal Kombat.
I like Mortal Kombat. I like Mortal Kombat a lot.
Mortal Kombat is considered not good in the competitive
I know
fighting game
that. I know it's like
community.
the normie fighting game. I
It
know that.
is, yeah, yeah.
I do know this.
So they're doing Mortal Kombat at this event I'm going to, but I have no idea how popular it'll even be.
Damn.
Because usually like
Well, because the
there's
new
a
one
big
was kind of a
crowd.
dud,
Yeah, it's slow,
and there's
which
not a lot of content.
yeah,
And
and
even when they've released the new characters, I haven't gone back.
I went back for Omni-Man
Yeah,
and
me
I
too. That
didn't
was
go
it.
back for
He was the first
Peacemaker.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I was excited for Peacemaker, but and maybe I'll go back for Homelander.
Days of
But
soon. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
There's a rumor that they're bringing like I forget what they call it, like is a xenomorph, like the alien.
Hmm.
Like he's rumored for the next DLC.
They already had the Xenomorph.
Apparently they're gonna bring him again, and as well as like a they're thinking like Michael Myers and Ghostface and just horror icons.
I feel like they did that
I don't they never did Ghostface.
already. But they did all the horror icons. They did I mean, Predator's not really a horror icon, but
They're bringing
they
him back.
did they did Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger and
Yeah.
Leatherface.
I think they're gonna do the rest of them, and now they have the cameo system, they can do like the little ones, like Chucky and like Billy from the Saw franchise. They could do Megan,
They do the
Mithrigan.
Undertaker. Oh yes, Mithrigan.
Man, that movie got a sequel release date for next
Yes,
May.
it did. Yes, it did.
Yeah,
Megan. Yeah, Megan
Megan
2.0.
2.0.
I will be there.
I liked
Um.
Megan.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess we're just rambling now, but yeah, that's it
Yeah.
for comics, right?
Yes, it is.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, Harper just sent a voice message. I have no context, so I'll play it out loud.
Oh wow.
Tonight, jet into battle, flying faster than light. Lord of the jungle, the hero who stalks, the
The
beast calling
beast
brother,
calling
that
brother that goes to. He's
us.
doing the Defenders
Defenders
of
of
the
the
Earth.
earth.
Defenders. Yeah, he just did the Defenders of the Earth theme.
I'm sorry for those listening.
Yeah, wow.
I didn't
Might
expect
be a
him to say
reference
that.
to last week when JD and I talked about the Defenders of the Earth. So
Yeah, I wasn't there for that.
you were not
Yeah.
there.
I'm sorry for those
You
who had to
would've-
listen to that.
You would have added so much to that conversation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You have a lot to say about Flash Gordon.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it for a hero story. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes. Give us a comment on YouTube. We read them all and we reply to most of them. For hero story, I'm JD.
And I'm Hunter. Remember, every second is a gift.
Goodbye, blah.